y'all. Thank you so much for joining me as I share what I've been warming Scentsy Edition just this past week, September 15th through the 22nd. As a quick reminder, I do use mostly 25-watt and up Scentsy warmers as I am a Scentsy consultant. Those warmers are typically on for 15 hours a day. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so we can stay in touch. I feel like I have had such a joyful week of melting this past week. All of my current samples are done that I have in. I don't have anything on the docket to be reviewing. So I was just bliss melting what I wanted, finishing up things that I had a cube here or there of, and it was such a fun week. Now, the first bar that I finished 2 cubes that I had left in my sparkling spiced citrus from some previous melting, and this was beautiful to me. It's mandarin orange, it has black currant in there, sugar cane, and a little touch of clove. And this stayed in the entryway to my office for, I feel like 2.5 days. I did take it out on the third day just because I wanted to change up the vibe as people entered. But it's a bright, beautiful, perfect transition scent, I think. I'm really enjoying it, and I think it'll be a year-round melt for me. Now, another bar that will be a year-round melt for me is Cinnamon Woods. This is also a part of the Harvest collection, and it lists with Bartlett pear, cinnamon bark, and sugared woods. And I do believe that there's Bartlett pear in there. I don't smell it distinctly. Primarily what I smell is the cinnamon bark. It's not like a spicy cinnamon. It's just this very natural, beautiful fragrance, and this layers like a champion. I finished 4 cubes of this in my office space this past week, and I loved this. It went for about 2 days at near to full strength. It's a good medium thrower, but I also was really enjoying layering this with some candles that I had going. Just a beautiful fragrance, and I really love it. And then this, of course, is one of my favorites. I think I went through one of these last week as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I love this. It's White Pumpkin and Driftwood. It was a part of the Harvest collection last year, new to the catalog this year. It lists with White Pumpkin, Driftwood, I think White Cardamom, and Solar Amber. This is a perfumey bar. It's a strong fragrance. It really only takes 4 cubes in my open concept. Sometimes I do more because I just go crazy with it, but I was able to do 4 cubes in my open concept of this. And I did it alternating warmers with cranberry and cardamom, which is one of my favorite mixes. I didn't finish out the cranberry and cardamom, but it's a good mix if you want to give it a try. In my kitchen, I finished up a ginger cookie crunch. Now, this is new, coming to the catalog in the holiday collection, October the 1st. And I think this is a really delicious bakery bar. It is on the light side of medium to me on intensity. The ginger, but the throw is a nice solid medium, I would say. I got 3 days in my kitchen. The first day, you can actually smell a little bit of that ginger and nutmeg, but it's definitely like a bakery powder ginger nutmeg. Day 2 and day 3, it really just smells like graham cracker crunch to me, but I'm not mad at that. In my open concept, I did porch pumpkin, and this was an experience. It was so surprised at every turn. It lists as fresh picked pumpkin, acorn, and autumn air. The acorn and autumn air are there. They're very light and subtle. The dominant note is the pumpkin, but to me, it's a baked squashy pumpkin. So you do have to appreciate and like that. I think this would be an outstanding mixer in small doses. What was so shocking to me about this scent is it seemed to grow in intensity of the pumpkin hour by hour. So rather than at the 6-hour mark kind of dropping off, or at the 8-hour mark kind of dropping off, I felt like every time I re-entered the room, the pumpkin was more intense. Given how I had dosed it out, I only did it for one day, did not let it go into its second day. This is Orange Spice and Everything Nice, and it's in my club for a good reason. I love the winter tea note that's in here, along with the mulling spice and vanilla bean. I had this going in my office proper while I had sparkling spiced citrus going in my entryway to my office. I do feel like the orange notes are both juicy and playful in the same way. It feels almost like the same orange note. However, the winter tea and the mulled spices in Orange Spice and Everything Night push this well into the fall, and just as a warm, cozy scent, and I really enjoyed that. Of course, Ginger Cookie Crunch had me raiding my bakery drawer for my frosted ginger cookie. This is in my club, and as I said in my other reviews, this is my favorite of the two bars because it is a fresh ginger and it's a ginger forward note. I haven't smelled anything like this from anyone else, so I really appreciate this particular cookie. It's bold and you do have to like spice, but if you like spice, there's nothing like it. I really love it. This is lime and sugar cane, and I did a direct mix with this. This is from the most recent Bring Back My Bar, not currently available. It's lime, sugar cane with a hint of mint to my nose. And I mixed it with Winter Twilight, which is coming October 1st in the holiday collection. And this list with scent notes of lemon peel, mint, and warm amber. The mint in here to me is the mint that exists in Peppermint Rush, and it is a very forward mint note. So my goal in this mix was to kind of try and dial back the toothpaste leaning notes that I get in Winter Twilight, and it worked beautifully. I will say I think you have to do it 2 to 1, even though the note that I was trying to dial back was in Winter Twilight. Winter Twilight is on the light side of medium, and Lime and Sugar Cane is very much on the strong side of medium. So 2 to 1 really provided a beautiful balance, and I'm very pleased with that. Winter Twilight really shined with that addition of lime. Now, I am going to talk about another mix. I feel like maybe I did mix a lot this past week. This is King Cake, which is just a delicious, flaky, buttery cake. It has a little bit of cinnamon, brown sugar in it. I love this bar. And I did this not as a direct mix, but I did it in alternate warmers throughout my entire open concept with toasted apple butter. And this was such a beautiful combination, particularly for the fall. Toasted apple butter is not currently available, but it is coming to an LTO sometime later in the season. And it's creamy butter blended with ripe apples and rich spices. And so, in alternating warmers throughout my entire open concept, this was just a delicious, beautiful, spicy bakery day, and I was a happy, happy camper. Rounding out my spiced orange kick that was last week, I finished a brick of sweet orange pomander. This is a spice bar, whereas I would say orange spice and everything nice and what is it, sparkling spice citrus are both citrus bars. They lean orange first. To me, this is a spice bar first and foremost, and I love it. It lists with scent notes of sparkling clove and cinnamon, adorn sweet orange, and that's really what this smells like to me. If you ever did do orange pomanders, like where you stick the little cloves into like the actual orange peel, that is the vibe that this gets. Now the orange is juicier, so it does lean a little bit more like a cider to me, but it's just beautiful. I've been melting this all year since I got it in April. It's a year-round melt for me. I love it, and I can't wait to hear what you have been melting this week. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to check out some of the other videos that are available on my channel. Thanks again.